I've been waking up slow with the weight in my chest, like the sun forgot how to shine in the west. And I smile when they ask, say I'm doing just fine, but there's thunder rolling quiet in the back of my mind. Some days are light, and some days I fake, and some days I break for my own damn sake. Well, the thing is, I'm trying, even when the voice in my head keeps lying. It's a war just to get out of bed, but I breathe in deep and I face it instead. No, I'm not alright, but I'm fighting to be. Well, the thing is, I'm still me. I got friends who don't call, and I don't blame them. Hard to hold space when your world's gone vacant. And I wish I could tell you what's missing inside, but it's foggy in here, even with open eyes. I wear my silence like armor, I know, but there's hope in the cracks where the light starts to show. Well, the thing is, I'm healing, even when I don't trust what I'm feeling. Every scar is a line in my song, every stumble's a sign I've been walking this long. And I don't have the map, but I've got my feet. Well, the thing is, I'm still me. I won't lie and say it's easy, but I won't hide the storm inside. If you're walking through the darkness, take my hand, we'll walk side by side. Well, the thing is, we're learning, and the fire in our hearts keeps burning. Even when the night feels too long, the strength in the fact we go on. So if you're not okay, let this song set you free. 'Cause the thing is, you're still you, and that's still enough for me.
Well, hello, hello, hello. Oh, it says that your device is not connected, Eddie. So today we're going to be talking about autism and autism awareness and doing some education and some, spreading awareness about what autism is. Okay. And I wanted to say hey to everybody that's coming up in here. Hey, H. Davis. Hey, Rubber Ramada. Hey, Mo and Co. Hey, Elijah.
Well, he just happens to be in the background. I'm going to bring him up on stage now.
Hey,
hello.
Elijah. How are you doing tonight?
Good. I had a good time up north.
I'm glad.
I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay up there.
Was it cold up there while you was up there?
No, it was actually warmer than here.
Oh, really? That's saying something.
Yeah.
So, while you're up here, Eli, would you like to share with everybody what type of autism you have?
Yes, I have ADHD. And I have the higher functioning. Some days I may not act like it, but some days I do, because it's the way how my body's working right now, and it's winter. And when it comes around winter time, my body just goes on a rampage of doing random things and don't want to stay focused.
And during the summer?
And during the summer, I can stay focused, and I do a lot of stuff that I want to do, and I'm not so much depressed and not isolating.
I think everyone can agree with that because during the wintertime, a lot of people don't know because of like not having as much sunshine and having to stay indoors because it's cold that you get depressed because you're not getting as much vitamin D in the sun and all that. And when you go outside during the summertime and it's warm, you're out in the sun more, you're moving more, and when you're moving more, you're getting endorphins, and that's what keeps the depression down. And you're actually able to do the things you enjoy. So, what are some of the things that you like to do during the summertime?
During the summertime, I like being out and about, and my provider has a boat. It's a 38-foot boat. It's a big boat.
Do you
And
enjoy boats, or is it the water that you enjoy?
I enjoy boating.
Boating?
Yeah. Because I like to go fishing. I can catch good fish.
What is your favorite type of fish to catch? I like catfishing. That's just me, and I also like brim.
I like to catch trout, bass, and
bass are fun.
They can be tough when you catch them.
Yes. One of my favorite baits for bass fishing is it's called a hula popper or a popping R. And it's the one that gets on top of the water and you pull it and it makes a big wave. It goes pop, pop, and you just let it sit there when it makes the waves and they'll come up and grab it. That's one of my favorites. I like crankbaits also too. They're kind of fun.
Yeah. And in the wintertime, I do indoor work like construction and.
Can you swim, Eli?
Swim?
Yeah.
I don't like swimming. I have a fear of that.
So you have a fear of drowning?
Not drowning. Of
can't see the bottom.
I can't. I'm 6 feet tall. For some reason, I can't touch the bottom.
I had that same problem when I was younger. Like I could swim like a fish in something to where I could always pop up. You know what I'm saying? To where I could press up, but I couldn't tread water like on top. Like I could only swim underneath. So I had to get to a spot, obviously, where I could pop up because I'm not quite as tall as you. I'm a short thing, and when I was little, I was even smaller. And so I understand that. And then over the years, I actually taught myself how to do it. It took time. Obviously, it wasn't easy. And now, for the life of me, I have trouble going under the water and staying, and I tread water easier, which is crazy, right? It went backwards on me. But I used to have that same problem. I had to be somewhere where I could pop up, you know?
If I ever want to go underwater, I try to go swimming or under that. I have to take scuba diving lessons. That's the only way I would do it.
Yeah, because you actually have an oxygen tank, and you don't have to worry about that. Yeah.
And also, I'm doing stuff because I can get a job being certified because I'm certified in welding.
You like welding, don't you?
Yes, I do. I can make art with it.
Welding's a good profession. It really is. And it's a good skill to have.
Yeah. And I like doing plumbing, anything except electrical. I don't mind electrical, but I just don't like doing it.
You like small engine repair, don't you?
Yes, I do. I have to, and big engine repair. I have to fix my truck. I have a truck I have to fix.
He likes mechanics. I can tell you that. He likes anything that is mechanical.
Well, I think my process is right on it. Is it because, see, with mechanics, what I find that I enjoy is that it goes together this one way, right? And if you know the way you took it apart, it's going to go back together that exact same way. So it's like straightforward. That's what I enjoy about it.
Yeah. Unless if you don't care about it and you know it's going in the trash, you can just break it apart.
That is true if you don't care. But that's actually one of the things I loved when I was younger, that my mom would come in a room and catch me taking apart brand new items. I just got like a first boombox I ever got. I took it completely apart. And I put it back together. And she's like, you better hope that works when you put it back together, or you're going to be in serious trouble, ma'am. I put it back together. It worked just fine. Wasn't nothing wrong with it.
I could build houses if I want to.
He likes building things.
Yeah, I'm good with
He
my
likes
hands.
anything hands-on. Anything hands-on he likes to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't blame you for that. To me, I'm a visual learner. So when I see something or I repeat something multiple times, it's almost like a second, like I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just doing it, you know? And it becomes like that, and it comes to relaxing. People don't understand that once you get to doing something you like and enjoy to do, it's not hard work. It's a little hard, right, on your body, but it's relaxing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true, Miss Mo. They did not have YouTube tutorials when we were young, or Google, so you better remember. That is very true.
Yep.
I don't think you don't even use YouTube, do you, Eli?
I use it here and there, but no, I don't use it as often as I want to. I use a book. I got plenty of books I open up and read.
That's awesome.
I got 3 code manuals that are up to date.
We have somebody in the background right quick. I got to do one little thing before we bring this man up, this amazing human being.
The champ is here.
Welcome to the stage, Mr. H. Davis.
Hey, everybody. I thought you were going to do the champ was here.
I did.
Oh. I was thinking that all day. I was saying that to myself all day. The champ is here.
I did. I pressed that button. Did y'all not hear it? Do I need to do it again? Because I will do it.
You did.
I had to do the champ is here. But so when it comes to autism, right? When we talk about it and it being a spectrum, right? Elijah, you say that you're on a different form of the spectrum, the higher version. I myself have thought about the spectrum, but I'm ADHD, right?
Yeah.
Which does kind of fall under the brother, but it falls under team neurodivergent, right? Because we are similar in a lot of ways with ADHD and autism.
I know someone that has autism, and he is non-functional. And he is a brother of a friend of mine, and he is
one of my brothers. We considered them boyfriend and girlfriend. My brother was special needs who passed, and she had the brain of a 5-year-old for the rest of her life because of autism, and she had tumors in her brain that would cause no more maturity to be able to, because the tumors would grow, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna tell you this: that's why I say intelligence should not be based on just book learning or different things, right? You could take her and put her in front of any video game system, even if she's never played it in her life, and hand her the controller, and she could play it like that and beat the game. Like, never played it. Yeah. Didn't know what never touched the controller. You didn't have to tell her what the start button was. Nothing. I was like, this is like magical right here. Like that was her superpower. That was her superpower.
That used to be me until up to, I think, 3 years ago, I got, so I stopped using Xboxes for PlayStations for a while, all the gaming consoles, because I just had enough of them. And computers. And when I start using them, I could not remember. I used to play all the time, and if you hand me a controller, I can remember it real quick. But now I have to learn it. I can't learn it anymore.
So, H. Davis, what is like some of the things like that you would like to speak of when it comes to autism awareness?
I mean, from what I heard, that people like us are really smart. A lot of people tell me that all the time. A lot of people tell me they couldn't imagine speaking in front of 3,000.
Also, I love that new picture you got up there. Just saying.
Oh, I was at prom. We have special needs prom every year. I go.
That's actually amazing.
Yeah.
If you don't know, I'm a special needs parent and a sibling. My son has mild cerebral palsy, but his is mostly in the physical form. So we've went through a lot. Now, as a parent, I can speak from that point of view, if that makes sense, of watching our children grow up and do amazing things. Like my son wants to go into robotics. Yeah, and he wants to do either that or electrical engineering. So I do believe that every one of us are on a spectrum of some kind, right? So ADHD, let's equate autism and ADHD, right? I have like many friends who have ADHD that presents differently, just like autism presents differently in every single person. And one person's like, this is something I've learned about autism. I don't know if y'all agree with me, but every single person with not ADHD, but autism has a superpower of sorts. Like a person, like they may be able to remember things they read in a manual and remember it by the like exactly, or let's equate it to Elijah with mechanics, right? Can take apart this transmission, put it back together exactly, fix it 100%, and that's just something they're good at, right? And it's just a superpower. And it don't matter which kind of car it is, don't matter what kind of truck, it don't matter. If they can look at it long enough, they can figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that. Sometimes it's musically gifted,
The vehicle I have is a Chevy S10, 1999, a 5-speed manual.
Hey, them little S10s, they take a licking and keep on ticking.
It's my beater. I just want to fix it up enough so I can beat it more.
Pretty much. Oh, and also, hey, Dark, welcome in. I know I said hey, Mo and Co, but I don't know if it was while you were stepping back and stepping back in. And hello, Ta, to me for fun. I don't know if it's supposed to be talk to me for fun, but if I said it wrong, I'm so sorry.
That's tattoo me for fun. Tattoo me for fun.
Oh, my bad. See? Thank you so much, Mr. Eddie.
Was doing you getting stressed out, Eli?
No, I'm not actually. I'm just going back and looking at old memories I've had in the past. Pulled out my old books.
Yeah.
And recently I pulled out my graduation pictures, and I used to live in a group home, and I pulled that out to show a friend I'm talking to that I haven't seen or heard from in a while. And last time I talked to them was when I was in high school.
Wow.
And I'm going to go visit them on Thursday.
Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah. And they live in the same town as me. We went to the same school.
Wow.
Ugh. I'm pulling out old book. I have 2 books of code, plumbing, and international residential code. All for this year.
Learning how to code is actually very hard. So that shows
Not
how, yeah, for me anyway.
Not computer code, building codes.
Building codes. Oh, you remember all the building codes? That's a lot of codes.
Oh yeah. And also I have a book for psychology.
He said he loves to read.
I love to read.
I love to read too.
Knowledge is power. And that's like, I know that most people with autism do decide to like have, like when you have, like you like building, right? So you're going to read about building codes. And it's easy to read something that you enjoy, right? What I find that most people, the reason they say they don't like reading most of the time is because they haven't found that thing for them, if that makes sense. That thing that really like sucks them into a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like how to build anything with 3 tools, 3 boards, and 3 steps, and working with wood.
Wow.
I got so many books and chapter books, and it's like half my room is books. And I'm certified. I got my Bath Regional Career Technical Center competency certificate. 2 of them, because I went for 2 years.
Wow.
2021 and 2022. In carpentry.
And while you're doing that, the man underneath you is competing in the Special Olympics, winning medals.
Yeah, I did Special Olympics too.
Yeah? What'd you do?
Running, shot put, and long jump.
That's the events I did this past last year.
And how well did you do?
I got third in long jump, then and I got fourth in the 100. Shot put, I got 4th.
I've done shot put. Oh my God. Those things are, like you have to learn how to do the circle thing and throw it right or you'll break your wrist.
I got 1st in running, 2nd in shot put.
Wow.
And 3rd in long jump. I wasn't good at jumping, but I was good at running and good at throwing.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling out my books because I think I'm going to start reading again.
So if you had to say something that was hard about having autism, what would that be?
Having hard autism is, in the past, I didn't really know how to control it. And it ruined relationships with my family. And it's taking me a long time to rebuild it.
I could understand that because that is that's what people don't understand is that with autism, one of the main components is social cues, is social, and relationships with people and having interpersonal relationships.
Yeah. I hear a dog.
Yeah, I gotta mute up. My dog's having a fun play moment. She's got the zoomies now for no apparent reason.
Mhm.
That sounds like me today. I had the zoomies.
I get the zoomies a lot, Elijah. I totally understand that with my ADHD.
Yeah.
I'd be like, woo. And here's the crazy part, though, about ADHD versus autism, right? My ADHD goes, see what happened was you got the zoomies, but you're not motivated to run right now. So we're going to make your brain race 1,000 miles a minute. Have fun with that.
Yep. I'm not motivated, but I got the zoomies.
Mhm.
My dog's actually motivated. I'm like, go for you. And she did. She's done. Like, she did her 5 seconds, and now she wants to take a nap for the rest of the day. Boxer goofiness for you.
Mhm.
Right now, I'm
Yeah.
just by my desk trying to make room so I can figure out what's wrong with my computer.
What Ty said, though, dysregulation and understanding from others can be hard. Yeah, especially, here's the thing, that's why we love advocating for mental health and different disorders, because a lot of people don't understand what it's like living with autism, right? And so to help people, sometimes at first we're angry about it and we don't want to explain. We're like, I'm not telling you no, right? But then we have to realize on some people, we have to meet them on their level and explain to them the situation, because if they get a better understanding, then they can understand us and where we come from, right? Or where a person with autism or ADHD or any term of neurodivergency, bipolar, etc., right? Because that's something they have in common, right?
Yep.
Emotional regulation is a hard thing in either category of those, in any neurodivergent field.
Sorry, I'm dropping things in the background.
Trust me, I drop things all the time. You ain't the only one. Shoot.
At least
Be
it's
careful.
not my new laptop.
Don't drop it like it's hot and then can't pick it back up. When you get older like us, you can't drop it like it's hot no more. You can't pick it back up no more. So be careful with that one. Can't trust your knees no more. Can't trust the sneeze.
Oh, trust me. I've already had knee surgery. I can't trust that one. I had to get a ligament replaced because I torn that at the barnyards in Livermore.
Ooh, goodness gracious. See, my son, instead of having a torn ligament surgery, his surgery was to cut the ligaments so that they stretch properly. What happens with CP is it tightens that. So they have to have the opposite, right, of what you had. The ligament's too tight. It won't go, ooh, you know. But with autism, right, what I know we've talked about some strengths, some things that we consider weaknesses. You know, most people I know are going to say, would you change having your autism? I wouldn't change myself, but some people decide yes or no. You know, some people say, I would like to change this one thing, but not this one thing, right?
Right.
I myself don't want to change my ADHD because it made me who I am.
Would you change anything, Eli?
What?
Would you change anything?
I would change how I think, my thinking, because recently I've been looking at the world different than how I used to look at the world. I used to go at it, and now I've been taking a step back and just look.
I get what you mean. So you used to look at it like you were ready to go, ready to fight, ready to just be raw in your face and be about it, right? And now you take a minute to take a step back, reflect, look at things, and really pay attention and take it all in before you speak, before you react.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, though, don't you think?
Right.
I think that's growth. That shows maturity, right? That shows that you're learning that reacting first is not always the best idea, because there can be miscommunications, misconceptions. There can be, sometimes when we react out of anger, we say things we don't mean. We hurt people that we love, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we take a step back, to take a moment to really breathe and think and process for a minute, it gives us that moment of clarity to think about it.
Yeah. And I used to go at it and not step back and think and look at the world. And I used to be like Roadrunner. I used to go, and now I just need to take a step back and look at things differently.
Well, now you realize that Tom really, when Tom and Jerry, right? We could equate it to that. Tom or Jerry, the mouse, actually was a little bit of the smarter one, sitting back and thinking, right? But he looked like he was on the go all the time. So you've taken from the Roadrunner of beep beep to the take a moment to step back and really think about it, and process. And that is one of the best things, because now you're not as reactionary. Reactionary can get you in a lot of trouble. And it can also hurt people that you love. But, there's a lot of taking that moment and taking a deep breath. And it just, sometimes our deep breathing exercises when we're angry or when we're upset about something or when we're ready. Sometimes also we got to do things for our health. Like we think we can go pick up the front end of a car because we're still young and strong and then you realize, no, that's not such a good idea because it might actually hurt myself. You know what I'm saying? And think about it for a minute. Or I could pick up this whole wall by myself. I know Elijah's probably said that to himself before. I can do it. I know I can. And then you take a step back and realize, maybe I should get 2 other people in a spotter so that we don't actually have an accident here, hurt myself and hurt others, right? Instead of going, I'm going to do it. Now it's, no, I know that that's not safe, so I'm going to do better, But when we're young, we don't think about things. We're like, woo! And I'm ready. We're like SpongeBob. I'm ready.
Is that pretty accurate, Eli?
Yes.
So your birthday's in April.
Yeah, 24th.
You want to share with everybody how old you're going to be on the 24th?
24, 23.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still a youngin'.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you're starting to reach a little bit of the maturity. You're starting to get into that mindset. And you're going to keep, I'm going to tell you this, as time goes forward, you're actually reaching it faster than I thought you would, Elijah. Because when I was your age, I was still doing dumb shit. I was still the Roadrunner.
I'm still doing dumb stuff, and I just don't want to. But I'm still realizing that it's like some of it's like okay, but you gotta learn the consequences.
You're realizing it sooner than some people do. I'm giving you your props, because some people don't learn that until they're in their 30s, right?
Yeah, no,
so you're actually ahead of the game right now. You're ahead of the game.
Yeah, I learned other consequences. Yeah, and what else? I learned from my past mistakes and what older people tell me what not to do Do as they say, not as they do.
Yeah, because I'm going to explain you something. The reason the older people tell you sometimes, and young kids think we're being pushy or we're
No.
being, confrontational. No, we're telling you these things because we done been there, done that, wrote the book, and don't want you to go through what we went through.
Mm-hmm. But look at today's day and age in the world. I listen. I try to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm listening to my best of my knowledge, but some things I just don't want to listen because let me fail.
Let you find out on your own. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes some of us are hard headed in that fact. I was the same way. And there were some things that I had to learn on my own. Others, I paid attention to their lessons in life and didn't repeat. Like, okay, I can use an example here. My sister was a drug addict, so I decided by seeing what she went through to never do that, right? Never ever. But I've made friends with people who others say are bad people or been in relationships with someone that somebody else claimed was bad. And I didn't listen because I had to learn it the hard way myself, right? Because I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt and that trust. And I had to learn, you know, that was a learning curve for me, right? But, you know, there's certain things that I will never do in life because I've seen other people go through it and I don't want to go through that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we all do that
Mm-hmm.
retrospectively. You know,
Man. Yeah.
You know, and Eli, um, thank you for coming up here
You're welcome.
and sharing. You know, I'm not ending the live. I just wanted to say thank you
I know.
because you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You
I
don't
know.
have to do what you're doing.
and
I would rather share my story of
it's not
autism.
it's not easy, right?
I
It's not
know.
easy sometimes to share our weaknesses or to
Mm-hmm.
tell the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? It's easy to share the goodness, but it's not always easy to share the hard parts of life.
I'm gonna share some stuff that um I shared with most people. When I was younger, I was a troubled kid against my mom and my stepfather and my brother and sister. When I with this autism and ADHD comes with anger episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I didn't know how to control it. And I was around 17 when my mom finally had enough and she pressed charges against me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in and out of Long Creek, but then when I turned 18, that's when everything started changing and I went to group home to get help. And where I am now in shared living, I like it. I'm doing a lot better. I don't Now I see my mom because that's all in the past. My That's all expunged because I was below 18 when she did it. And the judge told me, don't do this again. If you do, it won't be expunged. It will follow you. And I was, that was an eye opening for me. And I needed to change.
And I'm going to be honest. Um, Well, Rosalie, sending you positive energy.
Same here.
Same.
I'm going to be honest. Um, there, I think a lot of the anger issues comes because I wasn't around.
That's what I was starting to find out later on in life.
It was me.
Some of
I
it
know.
was, yes, some of it was you, but most of it was all the emotions I had built up, and I didn't knew how to talk about them. And was I isolated more than I wanted to, and back then, and I never got out of my room second as I came home from school.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
know,
and I. Oop, my dogs are barking again, y'all.
and I'm sorry I wasn't the best father. I'm sorry that I couldn't. I could have, but I was afraid.
I,
Like I
I,
didn't know. I want you to know that
I do.
if I,
I did realize and I did understand you were afraid in the past, and I know you want to try to make right now, and I do see you are getting better,
Mhm.
and I do see change
Mhm.
than how you were in the past. I give you
yeah,
credit for that.
I
Mm,
wasn't the greatest person in the world.
Yeah, and
We all have our
E-
flaws. We all make our mistakes.
yeah,
You're right.
Everybody makes mistakes, and it's how you move forward. And I want to say that this is an amazing, real moment because it shows that you took responsibility for your actions in the past, and
yeah,
Elijah's willing to give you a secondary chance for the future because he sees that change and he sees that
yeah,
better person, the person that is willing to go to bat and change who they were, right?
yeah. And I just,
Alcoholism and different things are terrible and tear apart many families. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
yeah,
And so to see how amazing you are both as men, pats on the back to both of you,
Yeah.
I
right?
just, if we do it again, I just wanted to set some boundaries, and we can talk about this after end of the live stream.
Yeah, yeah. We can
Yeah.
always, whenever you feel free to talk.
I'm free anytime because I start my job March 23rd.
Mhm.
I got to. Oh, I got good news to share. I start a new job. I be farming on different farms.
That's gonna be awesome.
Fifty
Congratulations.
dollars an hour, but it's a 10-week course, 6 to 10 hours a week.
Congratulations.
I'll be training on different farms.
Oh, also, I want to say congratulations for getting your anger under control and realizing it was a problem because not a lot of people retrospectively look internally, right?
Mhm.
When you do something wrong, they'll blame other people instead of themselves for what they do, and
Yeah,
then changing behavior because that's the
yeah.
biggest step is the change, right?
Yeah.
And I just want to say congratulations on all that because you're becoming an amazing young man. I just want to give you props to yourself, right? Take your hand and I want you to put it on your back and I want you to give yourself a pat on the back there because you're doing the thing.
Mhm.
Yes, our parents can guide us to the correct way, right? But
Yeah.
it takes us to ultimately make the change, and you're doing it. So be proud of yourself and where you've come from and where you're going in life.
Mm-hmm.
And if nobody said today, I'm proud of all y'all. Just saying.
So I'll call you tomorrow, Eli.
Okay.
So,
What time is it? Oh, it's 7. Yeah, I gotta get off because I have to get ready for bed. I have a long day tomorrow.
all right, you
You
have a
make
good night, Eli, and I'll talk to you
Good night.
tomorrow.
Okay.
you have the
Talk to you
best day
guys
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Have a good one, Mr. Elijah.
It was good talking to you guys.
You too.
Always a pleasure. Always.
Good night, guys.
Night
Good night.
night.
Good
Bye.
night.
Sweet dreams.
I'll try. Bye.
Bye. Um, H. Davis, were you? What was your? If you don't mind me asking, I don't want to, interject if it's too much. What was your diagnosis?
I my auntie told me I was on the board of autism. I also have a learning disability as well.
Oh, okay. So they thought you. They basically put you as a learning disability with possible autism, pretty much.
Correct.
Okay, borderline. And see, here's the thing about autism: it is a spectrum, right? And back in those
Mhm.
days, probably when you got your diagnoses, they didn't. Back in those days, they didn't know that autism was such a spectrum, right? Back in those days, they thought of it as this is the way autism is, the only way it is, right? And so they were like, well, it meets a few criteria, but not enough.
Yeah.
And if your diagnosis was today, you probably would have been because of, like, here's the thing. There's possibility that myself or others could have autism and we just don't know it, right?
Hmm.
Because of, it's not just what people assume it to be. It's not an intelligence factor. It's not a thing on that. It has to do with social cues. It has to
Yeah.
go with communication, social interactions, behaviors, repetitive behaviors, and all those different things for the diagnosis, right?
Hmm.
So, and it's a spectrum. Like somebody could have this version of it while someone else has this version of it. And for each person, it's different.
Yeah.
Just like ADHD. Every
Mhm.
person with ADHD is not the same. Every person with a learning disability is not the same.
Right.
Some people, like I had a small form of dyslexia. When people hear that, they're like, what? You? I'm like, yeah, I had mild dyslexia as a child. I got my B's and D's backwards. I didn't know my left from my right.
Hmm.
And I had an amazing teacher who, when I was younger, helped me move forward, right? And
Hmm.
sometimes I still show slight signs of it, especially if I'm speaking or reading real fast. My brain I'll be reading a word, but my for some reason a whole nother word comes out of my mouth. It was like one day I was thinking the color blue instead red, and had to correct myself, and I don't know why that happened. It just did, right?
Right.
But that's, it's the same thing with dyscalculia. A lot of people who have trouble with math, right? Uh,
Just like me, I have trouble with math.
and that's part of, it. A lot of people have that. Like I'm the worst at spelling. You want to know something, H. Davis? If,
Mhm.
if you're if you're good at spelling and I'm bad at math, we can come together and be one badass human. Because I am terrible at spelling. It is one of my all-time, like, that's my Achilles heel, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
I love spell check so much. Spell check is my best friend. Like, I can diagram a sentence, but ask me to spell something and I suck.
I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you for coming up, H. Davis.
No problem.
Tomorrow we're going to read over the article. Not tomorrow, but Wednesday we're going to read over some articles. Don't have anything specific planned. There is an article I want to read over Wednesday that I came across, and I shared it with you, Charlie.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. It's a great article.
Yeah, I want to share that Wednesday. And I want to read over some other articles and just discuss them. Nothing particular. It is just knowing that we need to be around people instead of being isolated.
Yeah.
Just saying. Being isolated is not healthy.
Hmm.
So I'll leave it at that. And I'm glad my son came up. I am.
I am glad he came up and
And
was able to feel comfortable up here and sharing, and y'all were able to have a conversation.
yes. And Charlie, I hope you're doing better.
Yeah, well, I'm still sick, but it is what it is. Still got an adult, even when we're sick. I'm doing better than I was last week, though. Last week I was real bad. I've still been running a slight fever, but hey, it is what it is.
So, and H. Davis, thank you for coming up.
No problem. Y'all have a good
And
night.
you're always welcome.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's the champ. The champ is here.
And I want to honestly say that, Charlie, you've been a blessing in disguise because I want to share with the community, you guys. I'm having I'm having it rough right now.
Mhm.
I normally don't share my personal life. I'll share my health.
Mhm.
That's my health. My health is, it is what it is. But when it comes to my way of life, it's difficult to share.
Mhm.
But today, the transmission in my vehicle went.
Mm.
And I knew it was coming because I bought a used vehicle for $200. It had a blown motor. I bought it for the transmission.
Mhm.
So I have another transmission.
Mhm.
It's just going to cost me anywhere from 12 to 1,500 to get it swapped over and put it. The old one removed, the used one installed, and up and running. Perfect. That's what's going to cost me. Um, so um, I'm not a grifter. I don't ask people for help, but I'm reaching out. I'm reaching out. Um, I'm just reaching out. And I normally don't come to you guys for anything. I don't. I don't come to you guys for nothing. And I will be live tomorrow, every day this week, because I got doctor's appointments coming up. My mom's got doctor's appointments coming up. I just need help, any kind of way. And those who help, trust and believe, I'll pay you back. And that's my word. I'm not looking for a handout, just looking for help. And if you help me, I'll pay you back.
So he may not ask, but I put it out there. The Cash App and that Venmo I hit, every little bit helps. Everybody knows that a transmission is not easy to replace in a vehicle, and you need a vehicle to be able to get back from point A to point B to point C, right? And right now, with surgeries coming up and everything else, life's been hard. It's been rough, and knocked the shit out of him, right? If you think if we could get 1,000 people together and every person gave $5, right, that would get him to his amount. If $1, 1,000 people, $1 a piece, that's $1,000 right there, right? So every little bit counts. If anybody has any extra to give, please make sure you hit that Cash Up, that Venmo up. He never asks. Y'all know he don't. It probably hurts his pride more than anything to ask as a man. because I know how he is. This is coming from me, and it's going to be something that I share on mine, on my lives every morning, until we get that goal met. So I want to thank y'all for anybody who does have the additional funds to be able to donate to our amazing Well the Thing Is. Our Mr. Eddie, our amazing human being over here who tries to give so much love and support to others. In this time, he needs our support, our love, our help, our, things that we can do. So normally, he don't ask nobody for shit, but I put it out there like that. And we want to thank everybody for being here, hitting that like button, the support that you do give, every bit of it. I know we all appreciate it. I know Mr. Eddie appreciates it. But at this time, if anybody could spread around
And
the
if
cash
you
up,
can't, and if you can't, that's understandable. But if you can,
like,
it'll help a long way. So, and I know, and for the years I've been doing this, for the couple of years I've been doing this, you know, I don't ask for nothing. You know, I don't, I don't even ask for people to become members of this channel to support this channel. I just want you guys being here. I don't beg for nothing. I don't ask for nothing, but I am. I'm at a weak point in life. I can't work, can't do nothing. And, ah, I feel so vulnerable.
I know you do. And I know that it hurts you to even ask because I've been where you're at. You know that. And, so it's our pride hurts us when we have to ask for help when we're not that type of person. We're a proud person. And we like to get it out the dirt ourselves because we've done that our entire lives, right? We've always had to fight and scrounge for every little thing that we've ever had. So we learned along the way never to ask. But sometimes a closed mouth don't get fed, right? When you need help and you don't do that, you're not that type of person. People understand. They know where your heart is. They know you're not that type of person that it must be pretty bad for you to come say, hey, I need help. Right now I'm down and out and I really need help getting up off my feet. You know what I'm saying? Right now my car's messed up and I got to have a way back and forth for these doctors. I'm having surgery. Like you can't even pick up on things right now.
Thought, honestly, I thought I could withstand another month. Like this transmission would get me from point A to point B another month. Because this month I have to pay my property taxes.
Oh,
Okay,
trust I know how
so
those go.
yeah, that's this month. If it wasn't this month, I wouldn't really be asking for anything. I wouldn't be asking for anything. It's just that I got some appointments later this month that I have to meet, and so does my mother. And I talked to my mechanic. He can get it into the shop this weekend. I just got to come up with it somehow.
And I'm going to tell y'all all, if you don't know about mechanical work, it's probably going to cost about $1,000 or more. Especially being a transmission, having to be totally rebuilt, all this other stuff happening into it. Those things are not cheap. And then along top of that, there's other things they usually have to do along with the transmission that has to deal with the whole situation. As someone who's worked under the vehicle, the hood of a car, yeah, y'all know mechanics ain't cheap. They ain't never been cheap. We all know that. We all been there. We've all had a car break down on us at one time or another, child. And you sitting there on your last dime going, how the hell am I going to make this happen? I'm going to pull this out of thin air. You know what I'm saying? And car breakdowns.
I can't say who it is. Because I don't want to throw their name out there. Thank you. Thank you for sending what you sent. And trust me, if the money ends up back into your account, don't deny it, because it will. Um, just want you to know, I'm not asking for. Um, trust me, every penny that comes to me is going to keep track. You know,
Oh, hush. I bet you some of those people tell you hush too. Told you. Told you so. They're going to tell you shush. Shush up. Everybody has a hard moment in life, and it happens. Um, you, I know that you would rather take it as long, but if somebody wants to gift you something amazing to help you with your vehicle, take that gift and receive it and just tell them thank you and be okay with that. Because I know it's going to be hard on your pride. I know you. I know you.
yep,
I know you very well. But just know that people sometimes do this stuff out of the kindness of their heart because they know you're not that type of person to use people and that you really do need a
yep,
helping hand at this moment. So take all blessings that come your way right now.
yeah, I will. Hold on, I got somebody coming up. I know who it
And
is.
she gonna tell you to shut up.
You're right, I am.
Heck, see, I knew it. I knew it.
Like, we ain't going hungry over here, sweetheart, so I don't need nothing back.
You know, I'm still just a phone call away. Tattoo me for fun.
I do. I hadn't heard from you for a while, so I've been wondering how you were
Well,
doing.
last time I talked to you, you were busy, so I don't know your schedule. My schedule is open 24/7,
Well,
except for when I'm live streaming.
I I get off work at 4 every day, and then I'm usually just, cooking and cleaning and doing stuff around the house.
Yeah, but I don't know when it is a good time to say, "Hey, tattoo mama, how you doing?"
Well, honestly, anytime after, I'm going to say 6, I've got dinner done by then, and I'm usually just kind of hanging out with everybody.
Relaxing.
Yeah, watching
All
TV
right.
or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, just hit her with a text. Go, you free? That's the
Yeah,
best
that's
way.
really all you got to do. Just shoot me a
Yeah,
text.
I'm not good at that. I'll forget sometimes. I'm a talker.
Oh,
Charlie
I
can
get
tell you
it.
that. My co-host, I'll
Uh-huh.
send her like a one line or a two line message.
And then he
Are you
calls me.
free to talk? And then I call her.
I don't have time
We,
to wait for you to text me back. I'm just going to call you.
Yeah,
yeah, pretty
I'm
much.
that guy.
I get it. Well, I'm kind of OCD. Like, I tease my son. He's on the spectrum too. And so I tease him all the time about his little quirks, and he knows it's all in good fun. But he looks at me and he goes, "Gee, Mom, I wonder where I got it." I'm like,
You're
"Well,
like, oops.
you know what? You can't have autism without you and I, okay?"
Like, she's over here looking at her nails like, see what had happened was in retrospect.
Yeah, he just threw that right back at me, and I was like, "Yeah, I got nothing. You right?"
Gotta
Because
admit it when they write. And they get us, don't they? Oh,
oh, they do. And he probably is right. I was never tested. Of course, when I was a kid, it wasn't really heard of.
yeah.
But I do have a lot of the quirks, as we call it here. And like, I'm a touch of OCD. I like things a certain way. And like, if I text you, I need you to text me back right now. However, if you text me, it might be 3 to 5 business days before I
Right. Yeah.
respond
See,
because
that
I'll read
happens
it while
too.
I'm busy. And I'm like, okay, I'll get back to you.
No,
And
here's the
then I
thing. You
forget.
texted back in your brain, but you didn't
Yes.
actually put it down. So you thought, and here's the messed up part when you think that you actually text what you thought and you go back and realize you didn't, and you're like, oh shit, I never sent
Right.
that.
And then you're offended because they never responded to you. And then they couldn't respond to you because you didn't respond to them, but you were offended because you forgot you didn't respond.
Yep.
Yes, it's a whole thing.
Now she knows that Like if I text and she don't respond, now I know she'll think she responded.
Right.
That
Exactly.
means I'm just gonna have to call her.
Yep, that's the one.
Oh, I've already responded in my brain before I type things out. And sometimes I'll have it typed out and I'll forget to press enter and it'll be sitting there as a draft. Like I'm
Uh-huh.
not joking you. And then I'll be like, oh shit, I never sent that. Or I'll be thinking it in my brain and I'm getting busy. So I'm doing something else and I'm going to send that later. I'm going to send that later. This is going to be my response right here. Okay, let me finish these dishes right quick. Let me finish this over here. Oh, wait, that
Uh-huh.
wall needs to be cleaned. There's a spot on that wall. Okay. Okay. So now let me go sit down for 5 seconds. And then let me forget to eat for the day. Oh, wait, I never. And then they text me, and then I realized I forgot to text back to the first thing. So now something new's come in. So now I got to text something total different. So I got to erase that whole draft and start over.
And you had already wrote a novel.
Yeah.
And then you're like, how did I not send that? I know I hit send. And then you're sitting there going, why haven't they texted me back? It was a basic thing. All you had to do was say yes or no. How rude. You're just going to ignore me. And I'm getting mad. And I'm like, I'm going to send them another text. And I go in there and I'm like, oh.
That's
Jake
a me
Bay,
issue.
LOL. Yeah. So yeah, I want my responses immediately, but and it probably is hard to be a friend to me because I am such a squirrel.
Ooh, yeah.
You
Shiny.
are you are a squirrel.
Yeah, I am. And so it probably is really hard for the people in my life to follow everything that I'm saying. My son can follow it every day, all day long. But like even my husband, he'll look at me and just like, wait, what? Where did that come from? Well, because I had half of the conversation in my head before I started talking to you. I'm sorry.
See,
I know
ladies
it.
in chat. See, ladies. Just because I have female friends doesn't mean they're single. They're all married. Okay.
Yep. I am married.
They're all married.
With
I don't have
children, might
one.
we add.
And grandchildren.
I don't have any single female friends.
Well, you need to get out more.
Well, yes, it's easier said than done.
Oh, I get that too.
You know, getting
I
out
love
more.
people
I
like
do
you.
like going places. Don't get me wrong. I like going out places.
Oh,
It's
Miss
just
Rosa
places
just called you out.
Miss Rosalie, I know you're not married. But remember what you said to me? You're way out of my league.
Oh, she knows it too. She's out of all of our leagues. What are you talking about? She's Rosa.
Yeah. She's like, honey,
She's like up here,
I
and we're
am
like
way out
down
of your
here,
league.
and we waving at her. Hey, Miss Rose up there.
uh,
At least she
she's
doesn't forget a text back like we do.
I've been with my husband for 24 years. If somebody even so much as flirts with me, he doesn't get mad anymore. He's just like, shoot, you can't afford her. I can't. I know you can't.
Mine thinks it's cute. Oh, you think you stand a chance? And then we laugh about it. No, that's real
Well, he's over
relationship.
here like, yeah, she seems great, but do you realize how bad the ADHD and the OCD is?
Uh-huh.
Do you know what kind of hell that is to have in your head every day? You like your shit where you like it. You just can't remember where it is.
They don't know what it's like dealing with a feral, neurospicy wife. That's just.
Exactly.
Have you ever watched The Feral Guy? I love him where he talks about his feral wife. I love that one.
Yes, on TikTok.
Yes, he's awesome. Yeah, us neurospicy women, we have certain men can handle us and certain men can't. They can't handle our crazy. Just is what it is.
He bought me a shirt that says I put the hot and psychotic.
And see, but we're the good kind of crazy. We're gonna love you to death, literally.
Right.
And
Exactly.
or I don't know if you just heard my husband under his breath just said, or stabbed you.
Right. We said till death do us part. I thought you understood the terms and conditions.
We took it
What's up,
literally.
Rose? Rose hated. Rose says, Rosaline, not married by your own damn choice. I'm
I'm
just
just
saying, LOL.
saying.
I get that too. I'm really glad I don't have to date anymore. There is a lot of pee in that dating pool.
Oh yeah, there is. And oh, hey Remy.
Like,
Remy.
I don't even have Facebook anymore because I got tired of the unsolicited pics that would just show up in my inbox. They're like, hi. And I'm thinking they're wanting to get a puppy or something because I used to breed bulldogs. So I was like, hi. And then boom, picture. Well,
Yeah,
I can see
yeah.
you're having a hard time. I'm going to let you go. Like,
Oh no, this is the
how
one
am
that
I
gets
supposed to
me.
respond to that?
You ignore the hi, you ignore the hello beautiful, and then the third thing you get is just the picture. And you're like, I was
Yeah.
ignoring you for a purpose.
Yeah. I'm over here like, yeah, why would you think Facebook is the place for that? Like, I'm not on any dating sites there. I don't understand it.
Richard picks are a sign of failure, in my opinion.
Right?
All right, Remy, take care, bro. So, all right, it's about that time. So,
Already?
tattoo for mom. Thank you for the help.
Not a problem. I'm
Also,
So,
happy
really
to
nice to
help.
meet you. Really nice to meet you.
It is you too. It's nice to
yes,
know
and you know
somebody
you're
else
always
has the
welcome
same.
here. I'm
Well, I
here. I'm
usually
here. I'm
miss
live.
you. I don't get the.
I'm
I haven't been getting the notifications, so I checked and got it all set on my little bell thing. I always forget to do that. Get squirrel.
so I'm live 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay.
Which,
Tuesdays and Thursdays is optional for me. But Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it's me and Charlie setting up.
I'm the co-host. Woohoo!
Yes, she has the keys to my StreamYard.
Awesome.
So
I will try to catch
I'm
you more
also,
often.
huh?
I will try to catch you on more often.
Yeah. I needed a co-host because, like today, I would have been miserable because my back is killing me, and I didn't go live Friday because I had a lot of stuff to deal with. Um,
And I was sick.
so she was sick, and I had a lot of stuff to deal with. So there was no live Friday.
Well, you
So
could have texted me. I would have came up with you.
yeah, but I wasn't in a place to go live. So and plus, the live we were supposed to do is DID, dissociative identity disorder, which we're going to do next Friday. This Friday coming up, and he was on vacation with his wife and their friend, and I'm like, dude, why are we going to do this? You're on vacation with your wife and friend. You know what I'm saying. It's a good time. So we're going to leave it there. We'll wait until you get home because when we do DID and it affects you emotionally and mentally, I don't want to put you in a bad place and then you're stuck in it for half the night. No, no. Rather do it with you at home. And he understood.
I apparently got kicked off when somebody tried to call me.
Oh,
But yeah, we're basically rescheduled last Friday to this next because our friend who actually has did and wants to speak about it, wasn't going to be available. And so with me being sick, him not being in middle space, and our friend not being able to be here to speak about their situation, it was kind of like, well, I guess that's the way it lined up. You know what I mean?
Hey, I get it.
there's Nana's dragonfly. Hey, Nana.
I love
Hey,
And
Nana.
Aaron. Hey, Aaron.
I have decided to go back to school.
congratulations. What you going to go back for?
CAD, creative art design.
Oh, I love CAD and CAM machines. All it is an XY axis, and all you got to do is know how to graph. And if you can graph, you can do CAD and CAM.
And see, I have to learn how to do all of it.
Yeah, I've used them when I did computer technology in high school.
Uh-huh.
I had to learn a CAD and CAM machine. So we had to design our design, and then we had to use the machine, to be able to cut it and do that. And so I had to learn to use a CAD and a CAM machine, and it's actually really fun, and you're going to really enjoy it.
Oh,
You
I
know how to
hope
graph
so.
on graph paper, right? You know the X, Y axis. The
Uh-huh.
bit always stays at 0, 0, right? And so when you
Yes.
do your design, you have to know where you put your, you know, material. And from there, the 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. And that's all you do is put in that, the do it like you draw on graph paper, but you do it on a computer.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so it's actually very simple, very easy. You have an emergency stop button if in case it tries to go off of your, like where you put your material or whatnot,
Uh-huh.
or your design is not doing like it should, because those bits are very expensive.
Oh, yeah. But
All
yeah,
right.
I got all my kids grown, so I wanted to do something. So I was like, you know what? I'm going back to school.
All right. Stay up here for when we finish the live, so you guys can continue this conversation.
Okay.
Because you might have some insight for her too, Charlie. So, with that being said, everybody, thank you for being here. I will be here tomorrow. I don't have a topic in hand. It's just going to be me live streaming. I might do some karaoke. It depends. Um, but we'll go from there. Thank you for joining us. Tattooed for Baba. Eli, thank you for being here. H. Davis. Charlie.
Thank you, everybody in chat, everybody who hit that like button, that share, so on and so forth. Well, the thing is, see what had happened was in retrospect, we love y'all. Huggies, we out. Bye.